In 1972, Brazilian singer-songwriter Amado Maita released his singular self-titled album, and from it, the track Samba de Amigo. Oh, notice that bass line, really like angular, punctual, and I mean that kind of like fanfare, like lively, festive, brass-laden arrangement. One thing I love about Brazilian productions from around this time is the way that those vocals kind of have a somewhat kind of dreamlike quality within the overall sound. It's like they're almost like submerged in a way. Submerged kind of in a cloudy atmosphere, while everything else is really kind of like trebly. Yeah, see how faint he sounds within the mix. Yeah, and it's got that kind of like airy quality. And then we modulate just like half a step. Okay, we got a lot of like shaky percussion, and we got some like clipped, kind of funky guitar, and really prominent brass. It also makes me wonder if Brazilian was in some way an influence on funk. I've never really thought about that, rather than vice versa, because it seems unlikely that funk in the U.S., which was just developing, could have influenced MPB at such an early point in time. But then again, maybe it's kind of like the shared influence that both had from like the '60s R&B instrumental, like Stax instrumental sound. Notice that like a chord every bar. Dun, dun. Yeah, I love that. Kind of an almost like seductive tone in the voice. Well, not overtly. It's just it just has that kind of like nighttime airy sound in the voice. The way he just like modulates half step. Yeah, another common characteristic of these really like juicy MPB samba laden tracks. Let's see, who are we hearing on this? We've got quite a big lineup. Names I don't really recognize. Trombone by Solas, trumpet by Ferugam. Oh, quite a few people known by their first names. And not seeing any other credits besides it. Let's see, the title itself translates to Friend Samba, and some of the lyrics so far. Let's see, first verse according to the translator. It was one alone that rested, picked up the pine. If you touched her, sang songs of love, of intrigue. I didn't want to remember, but the sadness made your singing turn. The lonely man didn't want to be. He felt like calling the whole people to samba. They say he saw the poor man pass by. Samba and more samba until it's over. No one saw anyone samba. No one saw anyone samba. So far I gather that this is about the different effect that samba, or the common effect that samba has on different people in assorted situations.
Samba de amigo vai chegar e hoje eu tento até cansar.
Yeah, we got the horn blast really like prominent and kind of like doubling up, reflecting the cadence of the guitar parts and the bass moving around and just that. There's something like ineffable about these arrangements that you would have to really like study the music to replicate it outside of Brazil. That was Samba de Amigo by Amado Maita. Let's hear another track from the album,
Os Mergulhadores.
which translates to The Divers. Chromatic movements once again. Ah, that rattling percussion. Major sevenths, yeah, we just went up from like E. I think we went from E minor 7 perhaps to F major 7. So we're still so E persists. Yeah, E, even E when na, when we hear that 7, that D over E, and then we move up to F, but we still hear that E. I think we just heard, yeah, G minor. So ability to move into some sharps and flats. Yeah, because once you land in G minor, somehow you're opening the door to sharps and flats and rare chords. But then again, you get a lot more of those kinds of chords in this music anyway than you do in American like pop and rock and. I think we just went from B to G minor. That's a strange. That's an unusual move. But then again, you hear it like there's something about these Brazilians just have an knack for very juicy, like unorthodox, well to American ears anyway, chords progressions that you don't often hear. Yeah, whenever there's a key change that just kind of gets you in one of these MPB numbers, yeah, it's because they're doing something like unique. They're doing something that's very unique sounding to an American set of ears. Oh, I love those held notes over those sustained chords right there, yeah. Let's catch up with the lyrics here. Pain, try the death of light, the words of the sea revolve around me, I feel remnants of sunshine, and you also come, don't tell me where you are going. I leave the time to sleep, and tonight without color, I will surely end the greatest danger and nothing to leave. May it be worth us for the sea to understand the dive tomorrow. I know how many times the sea, and if we also, the barriers are cut, being able to laugh and talk, have a right to love, give in exchange for the blue. Yes, nobody thinks of running away, this force of the sea, who has eyes and hands. Will the world cover all earth, wash in total diving, if the final dive in the Oh, so this seems to be about a diver who doesn't know, who knows that there are risks to that, activity, and yet still is committed to the activity And yeah, it's just kind of resigned to that.
Sim, ninguém pensa em fugir. Essa força do mar em olhos e mãos vai o mundo cobrir toda a terra lavar.
Yeah, so like even if this is my final dive, I'll come to an end, doing what I love.
Mergulho total no mergulho final.
And at the same time, I guess respecting the beauty of the sea as a force of nature and as a sight, to behold under different types of light, and even if it ends up taking you. Okay, the only thing that kind of loses me in the translation and in my interpretation is what necessarily does the ocean have to do with diving as a sport? Because people dive into swimming pools. Anyway, yeah, if you know Portuguese, yeah, and you understood the lyrics as they were going along, or yeah, because once again, this is just Google Translator. I could be wrong, yeah, but anyway, yeah, that was two great tracks off of the self-titled Singular album by Amado Maita, one of many talented Brazilian artists to emerge in the early 1970s, and in this case, unfortunately, didn't record again, although, let's see, father of singer Luisa Maita, let's see, passed away in 2006 at age 56. Other credits, let's see, he produced 10 years later, he produced that album, that live album by Synchro Jazz. Yeah, great kind of Latin jazz rock album with, that one. Yeah, I like that topic for another video. Anyway, yeah, Amado Maita. A lot of people brought on to help him record this one great album of his, and and become quite a popular reissue. I can see. Let's see. Oh my God! Original copies on the Copacabana label sell for a median price of $549, according to Discogs. Last sold September 15th of this year. Highest price $674. Lowest $192. Yeah, I don't quite know how those figures come about. I mean, because yeah, but the disparity between high, low, and medium is not quite even there. But yeah, a lot of people came in to produce, but I don't have any of them. They're all blue links. None of them are purple. So no one I've come across recently. But anyway, yeah, the information is all on Discogs. Anyway, for more rubies and sapphires from the Amado Maita record and many other records like it, see the directory of albums by Brazilian artists linked in the description below. Like and subscribe, follow me on social media, share the video, and leave a comment if there are any observations you have about the two tracks we just heard, the layers, the instrumentation, the arrangements, the vocals, the production, and the lyrics, if you could understand them as they were going by. And until next time, this is Zaragon, the world's most air-traveled trimaximalist, signing off.